Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith of the Black VTF here at T3 Live with another weekend wrap, market wrap, whatever you want to call it. Let's go. Last week we talked about the inside week and the SPY, and we took it to the upside. Inside week and up for the SPY. Now, did it go gangbusters? No. Did it go down? Certainly not. And still no lower lows on the weekly. You can see this big weekly broadening formation here, just about 211, something like that. We'll see if we can make it up there. So far, so good. If we go to QQQ, still a lot of room to try and get up into there, but still walking up, and you can see this outside week for the Qs, a little bit more volatile over there. They did take out the lows. So, to start off today, we had Citicorp come out with earnings, and if we're going to start coming in, you did have the gap in reverse for the Citicorp, albeit, might have been baked in. You can see this inside day off the bottom of the triangle. So it was already baked in when it got there. It's not the end of the world, but it certainly gave some reason for the FAS to sell off, which it did not. And if you look at the 15 here, you're going to see this is very nice for the gap in reverse. Go down, go inside 15, and see you later. But the FAS and the XLF, both even on that, came in, but they stayed inside day right up in here. So starting off as an inside day for XLF and the FAS next week. So other things that we'll look for on the opening is looking for the gap. First of all, the gap trades, as well as looking for stuff that is expanding its average trading range. And so if you look at VASC, we got this thing starting to take off here. This is really nice. And then you can see, give you plenty of time inside 60. And this is what a measured move looks like. Very up strong. Here, you might want to call that bull flag, whatever you want to call it. But it is inside 60. Measured move, and that was really nice. And then some other continuation trades were on the STX, still going. And, when you see these things in all sorts of trouble, if they keep going, just find a way to hop on. Bofi was another one, just real nice stuff there. And then having the news come out, PTCT was real nice here too. And once that news came out, just boom, takes off like that. And the good thing about it was if you go back here, there was a lot of inside 5 minute bars to try and go after. Certainly not here, but inside 5 on this dip in here, inside 5 here and back up. And then it went to the 30 and the 60, and you got inside 30 right here for another nice move. That time it was also an inside 60 to the upside, which is a really nice move. So there was certainly some good stuff in here, even though at the beginning of the day, the SPY looked like everything was just going to rot away on the strike price, and SPY goes inside 60 right on the strike, and QQQ was just about the same here. Right there goes inside 60 on the 111, but then starts dropping in as we got some Apple news came out, and Apple started tanking, and that got all of the like names there with the suppliers, SWKS, Qorvo. All these things started to get slammed. You had Qualcomm, you had AVGO to a certain extent. All these things started to get slammed, and then at that point, QQQ comes in a little bit, but still stays inside day. Still couldn't even do that. So you got an inside day for QQQ, XLF, and FAS to start off next week. And if we go back to those semis, if you look at KLAC unscathed there, and we'll see how that goes because that's inside week right up in here to see how that can hold that. You're going to see something like this. Got to stop them out before you go back up, right? Okay. Something like that, but you can see stop them out, then go. So we'll see. Watch that with the other tech names, and then if we go to also going to have an effect on the QQQ is IBP, and IBP goes inside week here to see if it's finally going to make a real push here. Remember on the daily, it comes in here, big move, comes slightly takes that out, stop them out, now comes back up into the range. And so we want to see how this inside week plays out here for IBB either way, because you're going to start off with a QQQ inside day, and you're going to have IBB inside week, and that's going to give you a Celgene as an inside week, and above the inside month, BIIB. Inside week, you have Lexion. You have UTHR, not inside, but want to see how some of these underperforming ones, how these things are going to act. Coming off the lows, that and VRTX is an inside week coming off the lows, and see if there's any hope there. GWPH has still been trading in this range up in here, and we'll see how we can finally get out of that range. So far, not filling the gap and holding. AGIO is an inside week and still trying to come off the lows. And of course, the much maligned VRX goes inside week, so certainly some interesting stuff there. If we go to TLT, the bonds are also an inside week here, and the interesting part about that is also inside month. here. So these equilibriums trying to break both to the upside here, but we'll see how that weekly goes because you also have the utilities going inside week. XLU, I know that's really exciting. But SVXY also here to see if this VIX continues to get crushed as the power rally continues. And now you got an inside week here for SVXY as well. So if we take a look at some more major names, like Tesla is also an inside week. XRT looked like she really wanted to give up the goose down in here, and then boom, reverses here. So we want to see on the daily if the retailers can go up, sideways, and measured move back up toward these highs next week as well. You've got XLE. Not so fortunate here on the weekly. It was slightly green and took out the slight higher highs, and we'll see how that goes with the OIH. And if you look at the USO here, you can see just about a doji shooting star on the week. So crude oil still a bit of a wild card. The XME got the job done this week. XME went inside week, and bam, right up to where we were looking to go. And you had your letter X go inside week and up in your NASCAR. All that stuff was real nice. And how far they go there. Might have some gold, might have something to say about it because gold hasn't gotten it going here. And you can see still stuck in this weekly range here. And on the monthly here, took out the slight lower low there, but still weekly in here, where in the GDX and the Nugget already broke to the upside. And gold did not. So at this point, would to see if they jump the gun on some of these miners if the gold starts tanking, or if it starts rallying, perhaps another leg. So we can keep an eye on that too. So inside days for QQQ, FAS, XLF. We'll keep an eye on all that stuff. And as far as which way the Qs go on that inside day, then to start watching those weeklies on that IBB for sure. And almost everything I talked about certainly going to be interesting start next week. And of course, more earnings. All right. If it's Sunday, if it's Friday, it's Rob Smith with that market wrap up. I hope everybody has a great weekend.